wanted to just start off by asking you guys, like, at what age did you start experimenting with music?
Krish, and probably around third grade is when I started playing musical instruments. I played like saxophone, violin, guitar, um, and that was just because of school.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think I started singing for fun in high school. So I was like 16, 15, 16 years old, just singing around school. And then it got more serious as more people heard me and said, you should take it seriously. So then I just took it seriously and then got accustomed to it.
Okay, cool. And Akash, at what age would you say you were when you like started to tap in to the music?
I think, I mean, as far as instruments go, it was the same, like third grade-ish, but vocally, Krish started first. And by the way, we go by uh, Krish is Love and I'm Kush, but our real names are Krish and Akash. But
Okay.
anyways, I think it was freshman year of college is when I first ever tried to sing.
Okay.
That was like the first time ever. Before that, Krish was trying when he was like maybe 17, 16 or 17, but I never really tried to do anything vocally until freshman year of college.
Okay, cool. That's so interesting. Obviously the feeling and like the passion was there from like an early age. So how old were you guys, would you say? What would you say was probably college when you realized you have a knack for music?
Yeah, I'd say freshman year of college is when we kind of, um, because we got recruited for basketball, and then after we quit the team, because we were studying engineering, so school was really tough, so we just needed something to do indoors while it was snowing outside in New York. So we picked up music probably like middle of freshman year of college, so when we were like 19 probably.
Okay, dope. And so I was actually gonna talk to you guys about the whole engineering aspect of things. Like, so you attended university for engineering, but like while you were growing up, obviously you mentioned like they were playing instruments. You kind of experiment a little bit with vocals, but like the goal kind of seems like it was probably engineering. Did you as like young kids, like did you ever like daydream or fantasize about music? Like was that ever in your mind at all?
Krish, and yeah, it definitely was. We would always look up to like our favorite Bollywood singers and Bollywood actors, obviously like Hrithik Roshan and Shah Rukh Khan and stuff. Like we just knew that from a young age that as twins it'd be really cool to do something creative and be known for it. So that was always in our minds, I think, starting like middle school when people used to like we grew really tall. We were like 6'2" in middle school. Yeah. So people just there's a lot of attention on us anyways because of basketball and all that. So when we figured that out, we're like, okay, we need to do something together that gets us out there. Then we found our passion for music, and then we started listening to like The Weeknd and like Roy Woods and all that, and then that kind of sound directed our vision and our sound. And then from there on out, we just wanted to like really, really make it in music.
So it seems like you guys kind of have almost like always done everything together. Like, do you think that would either one of you have chosen to go down like this musical route if the other one wasn't involved? Or is it the fact that you guys are doing it together that kind of like makes it more like passionate for you guys or makes it more fun?
This was Akash, and I think that if both of us weren't involved, it would not be where it is today.
Yeah.
I mean, like Chris started singing first, so I feel like he still would maybe be doing like something like covers or something,
Mm-hmm.
but it wouldn't be as professional as it is right now.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as much as like it wouldn't be as much of like a career. It would just be kind of like a thing that people are like, oh, you could sing too. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys, whether it was like playing basketball or what have you, like you guys kind of were in the spotlight from a young age. So it was kind of, was it easy for you guys to take that energy and like, you know, being in front, like the center of attention basically, like was it easy to kind of apply that to like music and like performing and, you know, being on the front of the stage and whatnot?
Krish. And we were always, usually from a younger age until about high school, we were never good at like presenting in public or being a spotlight in any form. Like we would always get really nervous if like there was a lot of people watching us or something.
That's so
Um,
surprising. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
then
interesting.
as time went on, like I think in high school, actually our high school shaped a lot of our confidence because speech and debate was a huge subject in our high school. It was like a really competitive thing in our it's a really competitive subject in our area. So all the Asian kids here are just obsessed, their parents are obsessed with speech and debate. They're like,
Yeah.
all the
I feel
kids
you.
gotta do speech and debate.
Yeah.
So we took all these public speaking classes and all that. So I think from high school it started getting better, and then like school assignments got even harder. Like there were much harder projects we had to present in public, so that helped. And then we got really good at basketball starting high school. So then we got used to playing for really big club basketball teams
Mhm.
and attending like huge camps, all that, big tryouts. So that all like kind of shaped it from there on out.
Mhm.
And then I think the fact that I used to sing like just for fun around friends, and they all used to say like, "Oh, like you're really good. You should start singing for real or make your own music." And then as more and more people said that to me, I got more confident, and I would just sing louder wherever I went and not care who's listening.
Mhm.
And then that kind of just led to releasing music publicly.
Okay, that's really dope. So you know, I'm South Asian as well. I'm from Hyderabad. That's where I was born in Hyderabad. Actually, I moved to the States when I was like a couple months old. What part of India are you guys from?
Our
Or your
parents, this
family
is
from?
Akash. Our parents are from Mumbai and Bangalore.
Mhm.
Wait, so you're from Hyderabad. Does that mean you're Telugu?
No, my mom can speak it, but I can. No, 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 no. I can only speak Hindi and Urdu. I'm
Okay,
also
okay,
Muslim, so I speak Urdu too. But
okay.
yeah, but yeah,
Nice.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Um,
mainly Mumbai and Bangalore.
okay, that's really cool. So like the bigger cities.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
can you, so you know, speaking on like South Asian upbringing and families, like can you talk about you know, how was your family kind of like supportive of this transition from like engineering to music, or did they kind of warm up to it a little bit as you guys got more and more successful?
Um, this is Akash, and I think we played it a bit smart because while we were at school for engineering, and obviously that was like the main focus for sure. Um, our parents didn't really know that we were making music for a while.
Oh, word.
For maybe
Okay.
the first 2 years, they had no
Okay.
clue like what was going on. Then, yeah, and then like randomly they came to visit our school RPI one day, and we
Mhm.
started playing them music in the car. They were like, "Yo, this sounds really good," um, and we were like, "Yeah, that's us." And
So they would say like after every song, they would say, "Wow, this is you guys."
Mhm.
We would say yeah, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's really good." And then they would hear like the 4 songs we recorded.
you're only spending 1 hour a week and or 2 hours a week or 2 hours a week maximum on it. And we were like, yeah, that's about it. But like pretty much we were recording every other night in our dorm room for
Yeah.
like maybe an hour or two, like
Mhm.
every night after studying or after a test or something.
Mhm.
But yeah, but I mean, they never really they supported it as a hobby, but definitely not as a career up until we were featured on Rolling Papers 2. That's when our parents like sat down with us in the living room at 9 p.m. When the album came out, and
Mhm.
they were like, oh shit, like this is crazy. And
Yeah.
then we're like, yeah, just look our name up, like just look up our name on Twitter. And they
Mhm.
looked it up, and like, all these mentions like, yo, who's the Moonlight? Who's this guy, the Moonlight? Like
Yeah.
this guy, the Moonlight. Oh shit, they're Twitter. And then they're like, oh, like you don't know these guys? We're like, no, we have no idea who these people are. So they're like, okay, this could be a thing then. Then they were like, okay, in 6 months, if it's still going, you guys can move to LA and then see how it goes. So they were definitely supportive after that.
Yeah.
Were you guys still enrolled in university when you were featured on Rolling Papers too?
Yeah, so we got called out to NYC when Wiz called us. That was like
April,
April 2018, and the album came out July 2018. So
and
April
we
2018
graduated in May
in May.
2018.
Yes, we graduated in May. So like during the last month or two of college is when that whole thing kind of happened.
Mm-hmm.
And all the college kids, like all our friends were like, they thought we were like BSing. They're like, there's no way you met Wiz. Like you guys are like, there's no way you guys met Wiz album. I was like,
And then we posted a video with us and Wiz. He was like hugging us, and then that just like blew up in our school. Everyone, we went back to school. Everyone was like, "What the hell just happened over this past weekend?"
Yeah,
And we're
that's
like, "You'll see."
crazy.
yeah.
That's really
So
dope. So, speaking of Wiz, can you talk about what it was like, that whole experience of being discovered by like Taylor Gang and getting to work with Wiz like so early on in your guys' careers?
Yeah, this is Krish. So basically, we would release like a song every month or every 2 months, like original songs on SoundCloud,
Mm-hmm.
and record in our free time, like self mix it ourselves. And then we got discovered. We got contacted by a producer named Sledrin. He's like one of Wiz's main producers. He produced like most of Cushion Orange Juice and like all of Wiz's old tapes. So he reached out to us. We didn't really know who he was. Like we weren't that familiar, but he started talking to us. We were like, we don't have money to pay for your beats, and he said, I'm actually a huge fan. I don't want any money from you. I just want to send you beats. So we're
Wow.
like, okay. So he sent us some beats, and then he was like, yeah, see what you guys can do on these 5 I just sent you. So we sent back 3, and that's all he sent. And then he was like, okay, let's do more. So he sent back like 10 more beats. We did all 10 within like a span of like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 3, 4 months later, he sends us like a massive essay on Snapchat randomly.
yeah.
And it was like, I've been showing your songs around to like The Weeknd, to Wiz, to Travis Scott, to all these artists I'm in the studio with, and everyone loves it. And then
Wow.
like 2 months later after that, he just says, yo, he like sends us a video of Wiz in the studio, like kind of bobbing his head with no audio. And this was at like 4 a.m., right before one of our math tests,
Okay.
like a
Yeah.
math final.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we were up studying, and like we had like 2 friends with us studying with us. We got this random video. We're like, why did Sledger just send us a video of Wiz? And then like I think 3 hours later, he sent us a 10-second snippet of All of a Sudden, one of the songs on RP2.
Mm-hmm.
And then it had like Wiz's verse on it, and then like a second of our hook. And we're like, wait, did Wiz just like record on this or what? So then that was like kind of how that went.
That's crazy. That's dope.
Yeah.
So what would you say have been like the three biggest highlights in your career so far?
Okay.
Okay, no, I
Yeah.
got it. I got it. So this is Akash. I would say the first one is getting featured on Rolling Papers 2 3 times, because I
Mhm.
mean, some people didn't know there were 3. Some people were like, oh, I heard like Mr. Williams, or they heard All of a Sudden, but
Mhm.
then we're like, no, there's 3 of them, and then they would go back and check, and they were like, that's crazy. And
Yeah.
also the other features of the album were like Sway Lee, Ty Dolla $ign, Snoop Dogg, and like all these big artists.
Party
So
Next Door.
Party Next Door. So it felt really cool to be amongst like our idols.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the main highlight. And then after that, I would say our project with Sony India, when
Mm-hmm.
they reached out to us, they were like, we've never signed any English artists, but we want to try it with you. It's really cool what you guys are doing, and we just want to try it and do a 1 EP deal, and let's just see what happens. So
Yeah.
we did that, and then our lead single Mashallah got like almost 12 million views on YouTube, and it's doing really well. And then along with that Indian aspect, we did a song with this guy Ika called Body Language.
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge highlight because we got major, fan base and traction from that song. They spent like 50K on the
It's like 21
video.
million.
Yeah, it's at like 21 million views on YouTube.
That's
But Universal India spent like 50K on the video, and they flew us out, and it was in Goa on like a yacht. So it was crazy. That was like our first experience with like a huge video like that.
mm-hmm.
And then the third one I would say what would be right now when we dropped Naughty or Nice last week. That would be definitely the third highlight for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. You guys are in agreement of these three things? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was gonna add like the fact that we recorded a song with Megan Thee
Oh yeah,
Stallion.
that's a highlight.
Yes,
Uh,
I saw in the email you guys have a lot of
Yeah.
unreleased music. We'll definitely get to that in a second when we talk about that.
Alright.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with those 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. 1 second, let me just make a note. Okay. Oh yeah. So speaking of naughty or nice, what was it like, getting to like kind of come full circle and having Wiz on Naughty or Nice? Because like, your career
This is
started with
Chris.
Wiz, and I mean,
Yeah,
now it's like such a big moment. You guys have like come
Yeah,
so far.
exactly. So, this is Chris. And actually, Naughty or Nice. Not many people know this, but we recorded the song, the first version of the song, a while ago. So it was like one
Hmm.
of the first songs we ever
it was
recorded
like 2018.
on a beat
Really? Okay.
Sledger never sent us. So we recorded it in 2018. We re-recorded it obviously later, but we had like the hook done and all that kind of idea done. And then after we got featured on Rolling Papers 2, we played the song to labels because they were like, okay, play us your best 5 songs.
Yeah.
So we played that one amongst those 5, and they were like, okay, this one's a major hit. You need a major artist on this song, like a major feature. You need like Travis Scott or get Wiz on it or get some of like the last couple years. Before we got Wiz on it, we would like show it around.
Hmm.
Um, and then we moved to LA
Yeah.
in 2019. So then we got to get in the studio with Wiz like every other week, every 2 weeks or whatever.
Hmm.
So I think like on like the 30th studio time we had with him, it was like us, Sledgerin, we were all in the room together, and then someone else in the studio played a song for Wiz and said, "Hey, like, what do you think?" And he was like, "All right, yeah, dope, that sounds good." And then we were like, "All right, screw it, like, we'll do it." So we played a song, and Wiz was like, "Yo, this is crazy hard. Like, you guys need a feature on this?" We're like, "Yeah, I mean, we would love to have you on it." He's like, "Yo, feature for you guys any day. Like, I got you." So he
Wow.
recorded it right there and then. He took like 30 minutes. He finished it.
Wow.
And then now, like a whole year later, we recorded it. We got the video done
Hmm.
2 weeks after that studio session. So we set up the whole video. But it's crazy because obviously we were featured 3 times on Rolling Papers 2,
Hmm.
featured twice on the 5 Times album. So that was 5 collabs with Wiz.
Hmm.
This is the 6th one,
Hmm.
which
But
is
it's our first.
but it's our first song featuring him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's our
Yeah.
first music video, with him. So
Yeah.
that's just like a whole crazy, just symbolic thing released for
Yeah.
us.
Definitely. Mashallah. So great. Like I don't, what, like, I can only imagine what was the energy like on set, because it looks like a really fun video.
Yeah. No, it
Yeah,
was
it
really
was fun.
fun. Like Wiz, first we weren't holding any cups, and then Wiz says like, "Yo, where are the party cup? Like, where are the drinks? Where are the cups?"
Yeah.
So we're like, "Oh, like I didn't know we were gonna do that in the video." He's like, "Bro, this is a party. Let's like turn up."
Yeah.
So he pours all the models like shots, and we all like hold cups and drink, and we like drinking during the video. And he was just every second, every take, every time there was a pause in the music, he'd be like, "Yo, turn that shit up," or like he'd be like, "Yo," like he'd turn to us like, "Yo, this song's a hit. Like
Mhm.
this is a smash. This is a major hit. I can't wait for this. This is like 10 million views. Like this is gonna go crazy."
Yeah.
So he would just like make those comments every take.
So
So it
he's
was
like
just
the
like
hype
really
man
like,
on set type shit.
yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
was.
dope.
Yeah, it was. And then the girls, obviously the models, they're like, "Whoa, I really love this song. It's so catchy," and they're all like singing the West Side hook, and it was
Mhm.
it was pretty crazy.
That's awesome. So, who has been your favorite collaboration so far? I know you have a couple unreleased ones, so if you're able to speak on maybe anyone that's unreleased as well.
Well, I would say this is Akash. I would say obviously our favorite released collaboration is Naughty or Nice right
Yeah,
now.
I would. Yeah.
But unreleased, I would for sure say Megan, because I mean it was just crazy how that kind of came together.
Would love the
I don't know
story if you can
when
share it with
it'll.
me.
So basically, um, it was a few months after Rolling Papers 2, maybe like early
It was like
2019.
October though.
It was like either October 2018 or early 2019 when she hit us up. She
Mhm.
just like DM'd us randomly and was like,
No, she
um,
posted about it.
yeah. So no, actually, she posted a video of her dancing in the mirror on her Instagram feed, and then everyone was like, "Yo, this is the Moonlight. This is the Moonlight. That's crazy." Like they were on Wiz's album. Then
Mhm.
she DMs and was like, "Yo, I just realized who you guys are. That's crazy. I love your song, and I love Wiz, and I love your collaboration with him. So I'm gonna send you a song, and I need a hook because you guys are so fire. I definitely need a hook from you." So we're like, "All right." So she sends it. It's like an insane hit,
Mhm.
and we did our hook because we were in India at the time, so we got back in like January or February.
Yeah.
We got back home and then we did the hook. We sent it to her right away, and she just responded immediately with like 100 fire emojis, and like, this is a hit. Oh my god, we got one. Just add some background
Crazy.
vocals, like do some of that. She was like, do some of that Indian vocal shit in the background, like it's gonna
Like we sent her the song, and then she says, "Yo, can you guys go throughout the entire song and do background vocals even behind my vocals?" We're like, "Oh, of course."
yeah.
So we just did like all these like Indian kind of
Yeah.
runs and like all these.
And then
riffs.
she was like, she's like, this is insane. Like we gotta shoot a video. I want you guys to be my like Indian sex gods or something. She was saying, like, I don't know. I have screenshots of it on my phone, but it's literally.
She said she wants to do a Kama Sutra
style video, but anyways, and then she was like, yeah, I'm gonna drop it on my first album with my label, but I'm pretty sure the label kind of got in the way of that. And
she was like, I'm in the process of getting signed, so I can't release it right now, but I want this on my debut album. And then I guess that whole process for her signing took like 6 months to a year.
Mhm.
And then she blew up like crazy by that time.
Mhm.
And then I guess that time there was like something going on with her old label and her new label.
Yeah.
So obviously the new label was probably like, I think on her first album she only had like 2 features, like some DaBaby and Juicy J or something, like some big features.
Mhm.
So the label was probably like, yeah, you're not releasing any songs with anyone less than like 10 million followers or something.
Yeah.
So I guess we weren't on that.
But I mean, it is produced by her like in-house producer. His name's Lil Ju. Lil Ju made it.
Mhm.
But we saw her literally like a year later at her Halloween party in LA. There was like 2,000 people in line, and one of her reps saw us and like, yo, you guys are on Love Machine, right? The song's called Love Machine.
Yeah.
You guys are on Love Machine, right? We're like, yeah. Like, yo, come with me. So we go to the back to the VIP room, and then Megan's like just chilling there, and then Trey Songz knows us apparently. He like, yo, Moonlight, you guys are crazy fire. Gives us his number. Lil Yachty was there. Megan, we were in the corner. Akash and I were in the corner, like in our thing 1, thing 2 costumes. And then Megan's like on the other side at her booth, and she yells, "Yo, twins!" And everyone, like all 100 people in the VIP, just like turn, like, what? Who are these identical like thing 1, thing 2 people walking towards us? So we go to Megan, and she's like, "I'm pouring you guys shots." So we like take shots with her, and then and then she was like, "Yeah, I can't wait to release our song, and I don't know when it's coming out." But
got you. So you basically just waiting on Meg, basically.
Yeah, I guess. And like, I guess if we wanted to release it, then we'll have to figure out a way.
It would definitely be more difficult if we wanted to, because of the
you'd have to
like, we're still like super independent. We manage ourselves too, so
we're fully independent.
So it's a little hard when you don't have like that. I mean, even though we know like the whole industry in terms of all the major labels, all the people.
But no one wants to do anything for you until they're making all the money off you.
All the money off of you, they're not gonna like really push for you. So
we just prefer to do everything ourselves.
So what are you guys currently working on, and what do you have on the way?
Yeah, so this is Akash. So after Naughty and Nice, we have about 6 more videos that are already finished, unreleased videos that'll be dropping probably before the end of the year. And then at the top of 2022, we plan to drop an album. So that'll have like the Wiz song on it and a couple other features on it. Probably like Kirko Bangs. Like, you probably haven't heard his name in a while, but
I know, I was gonna say it's been a minute.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have this crazy song with him, and I mean, I feel like he did his best vocal performance ever on this song. So
yeah, like the world
I feel
needs
like it might bring him back.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, the world needs to hear it.
You can't even tell.
Yeah. So
like, no one can even tell it's Kirko. Like, if you hear it, you'll think it's like Drake or something.
Really?
He just goes crazy.
Yeah. It's really good. But other than that, you know, we do have some other stuff with Sony India planned. We'll see, like, for next year. If you know an artist named Raja Kumari, we have like an insane hit with her.
Oh,
that's exciting.
So that's gonna drop sometime. We just gotta shoot the video, but like, that came together really crazy.
It would probably be her like hardest song ever. Like, the beat in the studio, the whole time she would just be like, "Yo, this beat's like the hardest beat ever recorded on."
Yeah.
So that'll be good. Yeah, it's pretty unique, honestly.
So we do have a bunch more global features, a bunch more
major,
like major. Oh, like we do have a full unreleased album with Roy Woods, so we're trying to see how.
Oh shit! Okay, that's casual flex right there. You're like, by the way.
No, it's crazy because Roy is one of our inspirations.
I love Roy Woods. I feel like he's
Yeah.
so underrated for real. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my Roy Woods phase was definitely 2017 to
Yeah,
like
like Exodus
16,
and like
but like I still definitely love Roy Woods as an artist.
yeah, like we found Roy on SoundCloud
In
when
like
he
2014.
when he released like All of You, which was like his first song ever on SoundCloud. That song sounded just like Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like we used to listen to him every night, literally like before going to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
while throughout college, like Exodus was on repeat.
Yeah, same. I listened to him a lot in college too. No.
Exactly. And then when after the RP2 like Wiz thing happened, then one of our close producer friends, Batman, he produced a lot of songs for us. He just FaceTimed us one day with one of our songs with Roy singing on it, like freestyling, and Roy was like on FaceTime in front of us, like freestyling. We're like, wait, is this Roy Woods in front of us right now, like singing to us on FaceTime? And he was like doing praying hands, like, yo,
Yeah.
you guys killed it. Like, I need to hop on the song. So he sends it to us like 2 hours later, and then it's crazy fire. And then he calls us out. He calls us out to LA to live with him for like 2 weeks, and we record a full album. And yeah, it's crazy. Now we're boys, and we call him Baya. So he's like he calls us Baya. He said, let's call the album Bayas. So that'd be pretty sick whenever the Bayas featuring Roy Woods comes out.
That's dope. That's really cool. You guys have a lot of great stories, like a lot of crazy stories.
Yeah, it's like crazy stuff. I mean,
yeah, I mean, there's
a lot of people don't really know.
There's
'cause
one
it's
with
not, like, out there yet.
there's one with Travis Scott. So like,
tell me, gotta hear it.
Do you know Team 88? He's signed to Taylor Gang. He's a producer.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So he produced EXO Tour Life and all that. So, I think after the RP2 thing, album, then Team 88 contacted us to get on his album, which is still not out yet. But TM sent us a beat, and said like, I need a hook on this and a verse. So we did it. We go to the gym, and then like an hour later, we get a call from Will, which is Team 88 Sledger and Wiz's manager, right? CEO of Taylor Gang. So Will FaceTimes us and says, yo, like, where are you guys at? We're at the gym. He says, go back home right now, make a 12-bar open verse. Travis Scott wants to do it. We're like, what? So we leave the gym, we rush home, then we make a 12-bar open for the first verse. And then Sledgerin calls us after that, after we send it, and it's like, yeah, like Travis Scott just did it. He just did like the verse. So you guys now have a song with Team 88 and Travis Scott that's supposed to go on Team 88's album. So we're like, that's crazy. But in the songs, it's called One Time Thing. Actually, Team 88 posted a snippet. If you scroll down on Team 88's page, like probably a year ago, you'll see it. But there's hella comments on there that are just like, this song is insane. It sounds like a mix of The Weeknd, Travis Scott, and all that. So, but yeah, we're just waiting for that to come out.